Ministry of State of Administrative Development, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to be here and an honor to be a part of this Congress. And on behalf of the PMI Board of Directors, I'd like to thank you for the hospitality and for the days that I'm spending here. I'd like to take this opportunity to talk a little bit more about, let me only go to the next, about the project management and the current economic times. I decided to talk about this because I'm traveling all over the world and we are listening a lot of people talking about this tough times and this economic stress that we are facing right now. And I'd like to give you an optimist message. And I'd like always to start saying this because it's so easy to be affected by bad news. And I'd like to show you as a Brazilian citizen that we have challenges, but we will overcome this. And I'd like only to show something about this. If we return back 2 years, 2007, the world was a completely different place. Huge growth, huge investment, a lot of people looking for talent, and a very fast pace. And by October of last year, we faced a huge drop in the economy. We had something like a storm that happened so fast and affected most of the countries. If you look at these three graphics, it's the world market, the stock market. And if you look at the blue one in the top and the red one, we can compare this with the crisis that we have in 1929. It's a very sharp drop. And with that, there is a lot of misunderstanding of what is going on. The world now is much more fast. So we need to take care. If we look one of the graphs, we went down very sharp. And we are recovering also very fast. And this brings an opportunity for us to understand what is project management. Project management is the best way of targeting your objectives, to understand the results that you want to get. And it's very easy to forget what is project management when you are in very good times, when you are in a very high price for the commodities. It's very easy to say, oh, this is not a required competence. But now in this tough time, project management is everything. I was at the talent management conference in last July in London, and all the discussions were about talent gap. We need to develop people, and PMI is taking a part of that to prepare people for this talent. The Economist Intelligence Unit did the research, and the missing part of the talent is the execution, the ability of the people to execute the projects. And I was last week at the awards of the Economist Innovation, and we were talking too much about innovation, but there is only way to transform innovation into results is through good project management. PMI is doing this in the standard side, to create the standards, to work with the membership and advocacy. I traveled to 24 different countries this year to listen from the people and also to show to the board and to other peoples inside PMI how important it is to understand the different cultures and the different ways of doing project management. And this is such an important thing for us to be here and to have the opportunity to share this with you. In this past 2 days that I'm here, I'm extremely well impressed, extremely. I had a great time, and it's great to see how Egypt is taking the place, the leadership place here in the region to develop and to show the value. And it's amazing to see 400, 500 people here in a conference to talk about that. talking about global market, PMI was seen in the past, like Jim said, a pretty much an US and American non-profit organization. When I first joined PMI in 1997, PMI was something like 95–97% American. And now we are growing extremely fast in other parts of the planet. So we have 9 different regional offices. We have offices in India, China, Australia, Belgium, and US. And we are pretty soon opening an office in Middle East region and also Latin America to support the region. PMI did a 5-year business plan to help companies to understand the real value of project management. We are working on this year and next year. We are very aware that the project managers, they know what is project management. But we know, on the other hand, that many companies, they are not aware about the value of good project management. And this is a very thoughtful point that we need to work on that. And we are working on this. Yesterday I had the opportunity to meet some business people here and to address that there is only way to address better future, not only for the people but for the companies and for the governments, is through good project management. It's so easy to waste time and waste money doing the wrong things. And the best way of doing the right things is through good and proper planning. And this is the conference that we are taking right now. It's to address exactly this. There is a huge opportunity outside. About 20% of the global GDP is on projects. We estimate about 20 million people working directly and indirectly with projects. There is a huge opportunity for good practice. We have doing this and looking this in China. We are looking this also in several countries in Southeast Asia. And I'm very happy to tell you that we are facing this, as Philip said, here in Africa and Middle East. And only to finish, the board, the PMI board, we have a meeting every December. And it's a strategic retreat where the 15 elected volunteers that are on the board, they will be joined together next month to discuss the future, to discuss the strategy in the future. And the topic that will be the topic for discussion in December will be Africa. This will be Africa. I have several business in Africa. I travel quite often to Angola, to Mozambique, Botswana, and South Africa. And for sure that the next double-digit growth wave that we'll have will be here. And Egypt can lead this in the region. Have a wonderful Congress, and thank you again for the hospitality. I will return back home to my home in Brazil with the best impression of the people and the country here. And also, I will bring this back to the PMI board, this extremely and wonderful impression of you. Thank you very much. Okay.